Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Moonchild Megan with Moonchild Megan Tarot. Recently I did a deck review on the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and I mentioned that I was going to do some edging on it. I've done edging on one deck in the past. I believe that was my Crystal Visions deck, and I didn't really like the way that it turned out. I used an ink pad that was recommended, and I wasn't really satisfied with it because it eventually, I don't know if it was the cardstock or what, but it bled onto my hands. And I now cannot use that deck without getting beautiful purple all over my hands. But it's a distraction to me when I do my readings with it now. But I really wanted to do another edging, and I've seen a lot of people use the Crayola markers. So I decided to just go ahead and do it on this deck, the Forest of Enchantment. And so far so good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Excuse the box. I have children and they wanted to play with my markers. But I just went to my local Walmart and got this pack of Crayola markers. They came with 2 sets like this, and I chose the emerald green. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I chose the emerald green to use, and I think it turned out beautifully. So, oh, and I also got, it's the fine point markers, which I thought would be, more helpful when it came to the edging part. So as you can see, I'm so satisfied as to how these turned out. I love it, love it, love it. It really goes with the deck itself, and I'm just extremely satisfied as to how it turned out. Now, even some of the cards that don't have a lot of greenery on it, it still looks really good with. I was extremely satisfied with that, and this just really warms the earthy part of my heart. So I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this is what the deck box looks like if y'all need a reference. But I wanted to show you guys the last 2 cards that I have. I started on this card here. Now it's gotten a little wear from my shuffling because I am not easy on my cards at all when I shuffle. But so far so good. I think this is going to help hold up. So help hold up the edges of the cards a little bit more, I've noticed. So what I've done is I just go along the card on the edge right here, and I did it once and then I did it again. So I'd go back, but you see some of the little spots that are starting to come off. This is a fairly thick cardstock compared to my other Llewellyn decks. So oops, sorry about that. It's a fairly thick cardstock compared to my other Llewellyn decks. So I'm liking how it's holding up, and I'm liking how it's soaking up the marker like this. So I didn't go over this one. So it's not perfect. I do not claim to be an expert. I'm not an artist whatsoever. So I know that there's a couple of spots that I could probably go over again, which I have been. Every time that I see one little small thing, I'll get it. But other than that, I'm extremely satisfied with how they've turned out. So I just start on the corner here, go over the corner double, and then go down, come back up, and give it 2 coats like that. And it seems to take really well. These fine tip marker, in my opinion, works really well too. So you've got little spots right here that are starting to come undone, but the front and back of the cards are really easy if you get some color on there, but it really didn't bother me because majority of the card is this color that I've chose to edge. So I don't have a very detailed eye, but it works for me. So I'm really happy with it, and it has just really made the cards a lot easier for me to connect to, and I'm very happy with it. So Like I said, this, it didn't take very long for these to dry. I was able to shuffle once I got, you know, through 3 or 4 cards. I was able to shuffle them and touch them without them bleeding onto my hands. So I'm very thankful for other people recommending the Crayola markers. I don't know long-term use, but you know, as you could see, it's pretty dry already, and I just did this card, so I'm extremely happy with how these turned out. And I will be doing some more edging on some decks. I like to have borderless decks, and if they have a border, I typically trim them, but obviously these I don't have to do that, but I wanted to do something to them, and I really liked how they turned out. So if you want to see what they looked like before I edged them, go ahead and take a look at my review on the entire deck. But this was just a little short video on how I edged them. I hope you guys like it. If y'all have edged any decks of your own, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.